Hello, viewers and well-wishers. Welcome to Seek Beyond Knowledge.
Have you ever wondered how websites are built or had an idea for an app but didn't know where to start? The world of web development is vast and evolving. Behind every website and app, there's a web developer. This roadmap will guide you to becoming a proficient web developer. Get ready to dive in and discover web development. Becoming a web developer is like learning a new language, the language of the internet. Understand how websites communicate and create seamless user experiences. This roadmap breaks down the process into manageable steps. We'll cover fundamentals to advanced concepts. Ready to embark on this journey? Let's dive in. Web development is like building a house. The front end is the user interface while the back end is the server-side logic. Full-stack developers handle both. Choose based on your interests and goals. Before coding, understand how the internet works. Imagine a vast network connecting billions of devices. Your computer sends a request to a server which responds. This happens through protocols like HTTP and HTTPS. HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, is the foundation of every website. Think of it as the skeleton of your web pages. HTML uses tags to define elements. Each tag tells the browser how to display content. Start creating your first web page. HTML is the backbone of web pages, more than just static text. Create dynamic and interactive elements. Nesting elements creates a logical structure. Embed multimedia content like images and videos. HTML's versatility helps present information creatively. Forms gather user input. HTML offers various input elements. Use tags to create fields. Mastering forms is crucial. Semantic HTML adds meaning to your code. Use semantic elements like and. It improves accessibility and readability. Helps search engines and assistive technologies. Embrace semantic HTML for a better user experience. CSS or cascading style sheets add style to your website. CSS controls colors, fonts, spacing, and layout. Add CSS directly to HTML or in separate files. CSS transforms a plain HTML page into a visually engaging website. Modern CSS layout techniques like Flexbox and Grid make layout tasks easier. Flexbox is one-dimensional, Grid is two-dimensional. Mastering them allows you to create any layout imaginable. Animations and transitions add magic to your website. CSS creates smooth, appealing animations. Transitions smooth changes between states. CSS animations create captivating web experiences. JavaScript brings interactivity to your websites. Create engaging user experiences beyond static content. It runs in the user's browser, enabling real-time interactions. Start with basics like variables and control flow. Move on to functions, objects, and arrays. JavaScript manipulates the document object model, DOM. The DOM is a tree-like structure. Access and modify nodes dynamically. Create interactive elements without reloads. Asynchronous JavaScript handles tasks that take time. It allows you to start a task and continue executing other code. Once the task is finished, it can notify your program. Handle asynchronous operations with callbacks, promises, and async/await. Promises provide a cleaner way to handle asynchronous operations. Understanding asynchronous JavaScript is essential for building responsive web applications. Responsive design ensures your website looks great on all devices. Use CSS media queries for flexible layouts. It transforms your layout based on screen size, improves user experience, and boosts SEO. Embrace it for a seamless experience. Section 2, UI/UX crafting user-centric experiences. Building a visually appealing website is only half the battle. You also need to make sure it's easy to use and intuitive. That's where UI/UX design comes in. UI focuses on the design of the interface. UX focuses on the overall experience. UI is like the clothes your website wears, while UX is the personality it projects. Section 3, Typography and Color Theory, the art of visual communication. Typography and color theory are essential in web design, impacting readability and user experience. Typography arranges type to make language legible and appealing. Color theory explores how colors interact, evoke emotions, and influence perceptions. Understanding these principles creates engaging web designs that communicate effectively. Leveling up your development workflow. Imagine building a house brick by brick. It's doable, but time-consuming. That's how web development can feel sometimes. Fortunately, frameworks provide pre-written components to streamline your workflow. Frameworks are like toolboxes filled with pre-built components. They reduce repetitive tasks and allow you to focus on unique aspects. Leverage frameworks to reduce development time and build robust applications. React.js building dynamic user interfaces with components. React.js is popular for its component-based architecture and efficient rendering. Developed by Facebook, it allows building complex UIs with reusable components. Think of each component as a Lego brick. Each brick is a self-contained unit with its own properties. Assemble these to create complex structures. This approach promotes reusability and maintainability. React's virtual DOM optimizes updates for faster rendering. Section 3. Vue.js and AngularJS exploring other popular frameworks. While React.js enjoys widespread adoption, the world of web development frameworks is vast and constantly evolving. Vue.js and AngularJS are two other popular frameworks for building dynamic web applications. Vue.js is praised for its simplicity and ease of learning. AngularJS, developed by Google, offers a comprehensive framework with a steeper learning curve. The choice of framework depends on project requirements and team expertise. Version control, tracking your code's journey. Imagine working on a complex project, making numerous changes to your code, only to realize later that you need to revert to a previous version. This is where version control comes to the rescue. Version control is like a time machine for your code, allowing you to track every change you make, revert to previous versions, and collaborate with others without the risk of overwriting each other's work. Section 2. Git and GitHub, your collaborative coding toolkit. Meet Git, the most popular distributed version control system used by developers worldwide. Git is a command line tool to manage your code repository, track changes, and collaborate. GitHub is a web-based platform for your Git repositories, making collaboration easy. Think of GitHub as the social network for developers, showcasing work and connecting with others. Imagine you're building a weather app. Instead of gathering data from scratch, you can use APIs, application programming interfaces. APIs act like bridges between software applications, allowing seamless data sharing. Think of an API like a waiter at a restaurant. You request a dish from the menu or API documentation. The waiter relays your order to the kitchen, which is the server, and brings back your dish. APIs provide a standardized way to access data, saving you time and effort. When APIs exchange data, they need a common language. That language is JSON JavaScript object notation. JSON is a lightweight data interchange format. Think of JSON as a universal translator for data. It uses a simple syntax based on key-value pairs. Each key is a string, and its value can be a string, number, Boolean, array, or another JSON object. APIs often format data as JSON, making it easy to process and display. As your web applications grow, you'll need a way to store and manage data more effectively. That's where databases come in. Databases store, retrieve, and manipulate large amounts of information efficiently. Think of a database like a giant spreadsheet. There are two main types of databases, SQL and NoSQL. Choose the right database based on your application's needs. We've focused on front-end development, what users see and interact with. But behind the scenes, server-side development powers the web. Remember the waiter analogy for APIs? Server-side development is like building the kitchen and training the chefs. It handles user authentication, data processing, and database interactions. Choosing the right tools and frameworks is key. It's the behind-the-scenes magic for seamless user experience. Node.js is popular for its speed, scalability, and ability to use JavaScript on both the front end and back end. It allows you to build fast and scalable network applications using JavaScript. Node.js handles thousands of concurrent connections, ideal for real-time applications. Express.js is a minimalist web framework for Node.js. It provides control, allowing you to define routes, handle requests, and send responses. Together, they form a dynamic duo for back-end development. APIs are like bridges that allow different software applications to communicate and exchange data. RESTful APIs follow a set of rules and conventions. REST, or Representational State Transfer, is an architectural style for designing networked applications. It provides guidelines for building scalable, efficient, and easy-to-maintain APIs. Think of RESTful APIs as traffic rules for data exchange. They ensure APIs are well-structured, predictable, and easy to use. Testing your code, ensuring quality and reliability. Imagine building a bridge without stress tests or quality checks. It's a recipe for disaster. In web development, testing ensures your site works as expected. Testing challenges your code with different inputs to find bugs. Catch errors early to prevent user frustration or data loss. Your code needs to be robust and reliable. Testing builds confidence in your code's real-world performance. Unit testing, breaking down your code for precision. Unit testing is like examining the individual bricks of a building to ensure their strength and integrity. You break down your code into smaller units and test each in isolation. The goal is to verify that each unit behaves as expected. This helps pinpoint errors and ensure each part works correctly. Unit tests act as a safety net, allowing you to refactor or add features confidently. Test-driven development, TDD. Writing tests before you code. TDD advocates for writing tests before the code they're meant to test. It might seem counterintuitive, like writing a recipe for a dish you haven't cooked yet, but it offers several benefits. Start by writing a test that defines the desired behavior. This test will initially fail. Then write the minimum code to make the test pass. This iterative process helps you write cleaner modular code. Launching your website into the world. You've spent hours building your website, meticulously crafting your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now it's time for the grand unveiling deploying your website. Deployment makes your website accessible on the internet. It's like launching a rocket, exciting and rewarding. Deployment involves several steps, including choosing a web hosting provider, uploading your files, configuring your domain name, testing your website. There are tools and resources to guide you. Section 2. Web hosting. Finding a home for your website. Just as a physical store needs a location, your website needs a web host. Web hosting is like renting space on a server, ensuring your website is always accessible. Think of a web host as a landlord providing the infrastructure for your website. They handle server maintenance, security updates, and bandwidth so you can focus on content. Choose a web hosting plan based on traffic, storage needs, and budget. Select a reputable provider with reliable uptime, good support, and robust security. Section 3. Cloud platforms, scaling your website to new heights. As your website grows, you might need a more scalable hosting solution. That's where cloud platforms come in. Platforms like AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure offer web hosting, storage, and more. They provide a pay-as-you-go model, scaling resources based on your needs. Think of them as giant data centers offering services on demand. Rent virtual servers and storage, paying only for what you use. Cloud platforms offer scalability, reliability, and cost-effectiveness. In the fast-paced world of the internet, speed is king. Users expect websites to load quickly, or they'll leave for a competitor. Performance optimization makes your website faster and more efficient. Optimize code, images, and servers for a seamless user experience. A slow website frustrates users, leading to higher bounce rates and lost revenue. Let's explore techniques to make your website lightning fast. Lazy loading defers loading images until needed, improving speed and reducing bandwidth. Caching stores copies of frequently accessed data, speeding up load times. SEO involves optimizing performance to rank higher in search results. Implement these techniques to boost speed, user experience, and visibility. Congratulations! You've just navigated a comprehensive roadmap to becoming a web developer. This is just the beginning of your exciting journey. Start with small, manageable steps. Master HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Build simple projects to solidify your understanding. The web development landscape is constantly changing. Embrace this dynamic nature. Continuous learning is a necessity. Join online communities, attend webinars, and participate in hackathons. The web development community is incredibly supportive, always willing to share knowledge. Remember why you started. Let your motivation fuel your passion. The web is your canvas. Go create something amazing.
I'm sure you've heard the news. Seek Beyond Knowledge is your ultimate guide to educational success and career planning. Join us now. Dive into mind-blowing facts, uncover hidden mysteries, and fuel your curiosity. Unlock a world of opportunities and take the first step towards your dream career. If you loved what you saw, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join the Seek Beyond Knowledge family today.